A stone chamber beneath the guild. A 12-year-old boy, taken from his orphanage, knelt with bound wrists. Kuroda raised a syringe of green venom.
We chose you from the orphans because your blood is different. Let's see if you can survive what killed the other 11.
The needle pierced his skin. Green venom flooded his veins, but instead of dying, Takeshi's arm merely glowed, the poison absorbing into his flesh without harm.
Why am I not dying? My body. It's taking the poison inside. What have they done to me?
2 years earlier, guild hunters had come in the night. They took him from the orphanage, whispering of a secret program that required children with special blood.
He has the immunity markers. Condition him. He will be our vessel for the venoms. From today, you are the living collector. Every monster we hunt, you will absorb its venom. You are nothing more than a weapon.
This venom, I can feel it inside me. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's becoming part of me.
You will never be a hunter. You exist to store venom. That is your only purpose. Train him to obey.
So began a decade of forced venom collection. By age 22, Takeshi's body would be a walking arsenal of 1,000 deadly poisons, a living weapon forged by pain. 10 years later, in a dark alley, Takeshi knelt beside a dead giant lizard. He pressed his hand into the wound, a fresh green venom flowing into his veins.
Number 999. The familiar burn. It never really hurts anymore. Just another poison to add to the catalog.
In the guild headquarters, guild leader Kuroda sat behind his heavy desk. Beside him, the head researcher opened a file labeled Tekshi, Termination.
The living collector has outlived his usefulness. 1,000 venoms stored in one body. If he ever breaks free, we're ruined.
His latest blood sample shows no degradation. He could absorb for another decade. But the risk of discovery grows every year.
Then we retire him. Make it look like a monster got him. No body, no questions. The kingdom must never learn what we did to him.
A sedative in his rations, then 3 hunters on the next extraction. He won't suspect a thing. I'll prepare the order.
Back in the alley, Takeshi withdrew his hand. The wound on the lizard sealed as the last drops entered his veins. He stared at his trembling fingers.
I felt something strange today, like a shadow watching. Or maybe it's just the venoms talking. 10 years in the dark, I am imagining things.
He pulled his cloak tighter and walked toward the guild's rendezvous point, unaware that his own order of termination had just been signed. In the guild's northern corridor, a new recruit named Risa was returning from her first weapons inspection. She paused at the heavy oak door of the council chamber, hearing hushed voices.
The council doesn't meet this late. Why are Kuroda and the head researcher whispering? Something feels wrong.
The sedative is in his evening meal tonight. 3 hunters will intercept him in the forest, clearing. No trace, no evidence.
The living collector. A shame, really. That body holds 1,000 venoms. But if he ever turned against us, we'd need an army to stop him.
The living collector, that's the guy everyone whispers about. The Venom Keeper. They're going to murder him tonight. If I warn him, I am dead. If I stay silent, he's dead. I didn't join the guild to be complicit in murder. But what can one recruit do?
She made her decision. Risa found Takeshi in the lower armory, where he was cataloging where he was cataloging venom samples after the extraction. She approached him, voice trembling.
You are Takeshi, the living collector. I am Risa, a new recruit. I overheard something terrible. They're going to retire you tonight. That means kill you.
Kill me. I've been absorbing poison for them for 10 years. Why now? Who gave the order?
Kuroda and the head researcher. They said you are too dangerous to keep. If you want to live, you have to run. Now, before the hunters find you.
Takeshi pulled Risa into the armory's shadowed corner. His voice was ice. Why would they kill me now? I've never disobeyed. Risa shook her head. I don't know, but I can find out.
There's a sealed archive beneath the East Wing. I saw it during orientation. If If they're hiding something about you, it'll be there.
Within the hour, Risa pried open a rusted lock and entered the forgotten archive. Dust-covered shelves lined the walls. A single folder bore a red stamp. Project Immunity. She opened it. Inside were pages of medical notes, chemical formulas, and photographs of children, 12 faces, each crossed out in red, except one. Takeshi, labeled Subject 13, Survivor. Risa read aloud from a decaying contract. Subject 03 shows full venom immunity after treatment. Procedure fatal for all prior candidates. Her hands shook.
They didn't find him. They created him. 12 children murdered to make him a weapon. And he doesn't even know.
She found Takeshi waiting on a rooftop, the city's lights below. He turned as she approached, her face telling him everything. What did you find?
Your immunity isn't natural. You were part of an experiment. 12 other children died so they could make you into a venom vessel. You are the only survivor.
12 children. My whole life, built on their corpses. The guild didn't just use me. They built me from the ground up to be a monster. Then I won't just run. I'll make sure the whole kingdom knows what they did. For those 12 children. For the decade they stole from me.
By dawn, Takeshi had vanished from the guild's watchful eyes. He led Risa through a maze of alleys to a forgotten cellar beneath an abandoned apothecary. Dust motes hung in the stale air.
This will be my workshop. The guild doesn't know about this place. I can work here without them finding me. I've recorded every venom I've ever held. 1,000 entries. Somewhere in these notes is a combination that can force a confession without killing. The memory venom from the swamp worm. It doesn't kill, but it destroys the mind. If I can temper it with a binding agent, it might work.
He began mixing extracts. A drop from one vial, a bead from another. The first combination turned black and acrid, burning a hole through the workbench.
Too unstable. The compounds fight each other. I need a catalyst, something that binds opposing venoms without neutralizing them. The formula is here. A truth venom that targets the speech centers directly, but I need a stabilizer I've never encountered. This will take time.
I overheard the hunters. They're searching the Eastern District tonight. We don't have much time. Can you finish it?
Not yet, but I will. I've waited 10 years. I can wait a few more days to make sure this works perfectly. When it's ready, Kuroda will tell the world everything himself.
He folded the formula and tucked it into his coat. The truth venom was incomplete, but its purpose was set. The weapon of confession was being forged in secret. 3 nights after fleeing the cellar, Takeshi and Risa moved through a moonlit forest, keeping to the shadows. The guild's hunters had picked up their trail.
The venoms are restless tonight. They sense the threat before I can see it. Something is closing in.
3 dark figures detached from the trees ahead. Black-cloaked guild hunters, serrated blades drawn. Their leader pointed. One hunter snarled. The collector. Kuroda sends his regards. You are worth more dead than alive.
Risa, stay back. I won't let them lay a hand on you.
Takeshi opened his palms. A pale green mist seeped from his veins, swirling outward. The hunters hesitated, then stumbled back as the vapor touched them. One choked. What is this? My skin is burning. I can't move. The paralytic venom seized their limbs, toppling them rigid to the ground.
Venom 443. It immobilizes without killing. They'll live to report my power, but not in time to stop me.
Risa grabbed his arm, pulling him toward the deeper forest. The hunters groaned on the ground, limbs locked tight. Their escape had begun.
They'll send more. Now they know I am not just a vessel, but we have a head start. We need to reach the capital before they regroup.
Takeshi and Risa climbed the narrow mountain pass, the capital still days away. His venom reserves were depleting. 3 paralytic venoms already spent.
The stored venoms are growing unstable. I need to focus or they'll rupture out of my skin.
Takeshi, your veins are glowing. Don't push me away. Tell me what to do.
She isn't running. When the poison leaks, anyone else would flee. But she stays. I've never had that.
He willed the venom back into his blood. The glow faded. Risa steadied his shaking arm, and they continued the climb. That night, by the campfire, he scrawled new variations in his journal. The truth venom formula was almost complete.
The missing piece is a stabilizer. If the royal pharmacists have it, I can finish the truth venom.
As they neared the capital, guild watchers lurked at every checkpoint. They kept to the back roads, but the net was tightening.
I see the spires, but there are 3 hooded figures at the main gate. We can't walk in directly.
Then we'll find another way. I am not stopping now. The association will hear us, even if we crawl through sewers.
In a crumbling shack outside the capital walls, Takeshi held a vial of swirling green vapor, the incomplete truth venom. He had to test it on himself.
If this fails, my body will reject it violently. But I have to know, for the 12 children, for every day I was a prisoner. Risa, if I fall, don't touch me. The venom could leak. Just be ready.
He uncorked the vial and inhaled. Green vapor rushed into his lungs. For a moment, nothing. Then his veins ignited like acid.
Takeshi, your eyes are bleeding green. No, stay with me. What do I do?
My body is rejecting the compound. The venoms are fighting each other. I am losing control.
Risa frantically dug through his bag, pulling out a small syringe of his own stabilizing compound. She injected it into his neck. The seizing slowed.
It worked, partially, but the formula still needs a stabilizer. A crystallized essence only the royal pharmacy holds. Without it, the venom will self-destruct.
Then we get it. I don't care if we have to fight guards or sneak past alchemists. We came this far. You are not dying in this shack.
The poison test left him weak, but his resolve hardened. The royal pharmacy became their next target. They would steal what he needed, or die trying. Under a moonless sky, Takeshi and Risa slipped into the royal pharmacy through a forgotten ventilation shaft. The air reeked of dried herbs and chemical elixirs.
The stabilizer is in the alchemy vault. Once I fuse it with the formula, Kuroda will never be able to lie again.
I hear boots. 3 guards. Eastern corridor. We have maybe 2 minutes.
Suddenly, an alarm shrieked. A guard burst in, crossbow raised. Takeshi threw out his palm, and a thick green vapor erupted, filling the room. Through the fog, a bolt hissed past. Risa gasped, clutching her shoulder as blood stained her sleeve.
Don't stop. Get the stabilizer. I am fine. Just go.
Takeshi grabbed the crystalline stabilizer and scooped Risa into his arms. A second burst of paralysis venom dropped the remaining guards. In the crumbling shack, Takeshi laid Risa on a cot, her wound bound. He poured the stabilizer into the venom vial, and the liquid shifted from poisonous green to a peaceful gold.
Stable. No rejection. The truth venom is complete. After 10 years of poison, I've made the one venom that will set me free. It's done. Tomorrow, we walk into the Royal Association. The guild will answer for everything.
The next morning, with Risa leaning on his shoulder, Takeshi walked through the gilded doors of the Royal Association. Guards watched, hands on blades.
The stabilizer is fused. The golden venom rests in my veins. One denial from Kuroda, and the truth will flood this room.
You are the living collector, accused of breaking into the royal pharmacy. Why shouldn't I throw you in chains right now?
He only took what was needed to expose the guild's atrocities. 12 children died in illegal experiments. We have the proof.
Project Immunity. I've heard rumors. Very well. Summon guild leader Kuroda and his head researcher. This will be a public trial.
Within hours, Kuroda swept into the hall with his retinue, his face a mask of contempt. The experimenter followed, adjusting his spectacles with cold calm.
A runaway collector and a traitor recruit. Your Honor, This boy's body seethes with uncontrolled venom. He's a danger to everyone here.
The girl aided the break-in. Clearly, his poison-addled mind has manipulated her. Any documents she presents are hallucinations.
They're twisting everything. We can't let them bury the truth. Takeshi, it has to be now.
As the golden venom waits. When they lie again, I will fill this room with truth. For the 12, for Risa.
Kuroda's sneer deepened. This deranged boy and his traitor accomplice have no proof. His body is a crime scene, Your Honor. The court murmured assent.
Your Honor, you want proof? Then let me show the court my collection. A harmless demonstration of what 10 years of forced venom storage has created.
If you release any poison in this chamber, you will be cut down. Is that understood?
Takeshi nodded. He closed his eyes and raised his palms. A golden vapor, not green, began to seep from his skin. A shimmering, ethereal mist that spread outward.
That's not a paralysis venom. What is this golden mist? Why can't I feel my tongue resisting?
The mist reached Kuroda and the head researcher. It seeped into their lungs. Their smug expressions faltered as an invisible force took hold.
It's not a poison. It's the truth venom. Distilled from 1,000 venoms and stabilized. You will speak only the truth, Kuroda.
I won't. I project immunity. The children. I ordered the experiment. I ordered 12 died. We made him a vessel.
The formulas. I injected them. Children. 13 subjects. Only one survived. Takeshi, subject 13.
It's working. Their own mouths condemn them. 12 voices silenced now speak through this courtroom. The truth is finally free.
I authorized 13 abductions from orphanages. We needed children with a specific blood marker. Only 1 in 100 carries the immunity potential.
I designed the serum. It reactivated dormant venom-binding cells, but the reaction was unstable. 12 subjects convulsed until their hearts stopped.
We disposed of the bodies in the old well beneath the east wing. The 13th child, Takeshi, survived, so we kept him as our living venom vault.
You buried 12 children in a well and forced this boy to absorb venom for a decade. The kingdom's laws. This is beyond monstrous.
We also sold some venom samples on the black market. The paralytic agent from Three-Tailed Worm was especially profitable.
I bribed 3 inspectors who came close to the truth, and we faked the termination of Risa's father when he started asking questions.
The courtroom erupted. Guards struggled to contain the crowd. The golden mist still clung to the defendants, pulling every dark secret from their lips.
Risa's father. They killed him too. She never knew. The web of lies is even wider than I imagined.
Guards, seize them. These confessions will be inscribed into official record. This entire guild will be investigated to its foundations.
As the truth venom dissipated, Takeshi stood silently, vindicated but hollow. The guild's crimes were now etched into the kingdom's memory forever. Guards dragged Kuroda and the experimenter toward the iron gates, their legs buckling. The crowd roared, some weeping, others screaming for harsher punishment.
By royal decree, the Kuro no Tsuki Guild is hereby dissolved. All its assets seized. All members will be investigated. Let this be a warning to any who would prey on the innocent.
Number. I built this guild. You can't. The truth venom. It's still. I'll kill you, Takeshi.
It doesn't matter now. The data is lost. The science. It was perfect. But he broke the formula. We should have killed him at 12.
12 children. Their names were never spoken here, but I will remember them. This is only the beginning of their memorial.
My father, they killed him too. I never knew. All this time, I was looking for a monster, and it was them.
The crowd's anger softened as they watched Risa weep. Murmurs of sympathy rippled through the hall. The truth venom's work was complete. The guild lay shattered.
This hollow feeling. I thought revenge would fill it, but it's just empty. What do I do now with this body full of poison?
Takeshi, you are cleared of all charges. Your actions, though extreme, serve the kingdom's justice. The well of the 12 children will be exhumed and honored.
Takeshi nodded once, then turned and walked toward the heavy doors. Vindicated, free, but the weight of 10 years of poison still pressed against his bones. Outside the courthouse, the morning sun felt distant. Takeshi stood on the stone steps, the city's noise muffled. Risa approached, her arm bandaged, her eyes red.
You did it. The guild is gone, but you look like you lost everything. Not one.
For 10 years, I dreamed of this moment, but now I just feel empty. My whole life was shaped by that guild. Without it, what am I? 12 children. I can't bring them back. Revenge felt so righteous, but now it's just ash. What do I do with this body full of poison?
Takeshi, the kingdom owes you a debt. Name your reward, a title, land, whatever you ask within reason.
I don't want land. I want to make sure no one else becomes a weapon. Let me train hunters in defensive venom use. Turn this curse into a shield.
That's unprecedented. A hunter-chemist order? The guild's shadow still darkens public trust. But after what you've survived, perhaps you are the only one who could make them believe. Very well. I'll sanction a probationary program. The old guild training ground will be repurposed. Prove that Venom can protect, not just destroy.
12 names I'll never forget. This is how I honor you, by making sure no child suffers what we did. The truth Venom was just the beginning.
He turned toward the old guild training grounds, now quiet. The weight of 10 years of poison still pressed against his bones, but for the first time it felt like something he could carry, something he could use. A royal decree turned the Kuro no Tsuki training ground into the hunter-chemist order. But trust would not be easily rebuilt. Recruits avoided Takeshi's gaze. Mothers pulled children away. The poisonous hunter was still feared.
1,000 lives I could have ended, but I chose a different Venom. How do I make them see that?
I'll be your first student. I saw what Venom can do in the wrong hands. I want to learn the right way.
Her words broke the ice. A young hunter, then another, stepped forward. The stigma clung, but hope had found a crack.
Venom is not evil. It's a tool. Today, I'll show you how a small dose of paralysis venom can save a life instead of taking one.
He coated a training dummy's strike point with green vapor. The motion drew gasps, then awe as the limb went rigid without damage.
12 children. Each trainee I train is a promise kept.
By sunset, 3 trainees could identify basic defensive venoms. The order was small, but it was real. Alone in the training yard, the green pulse under his skin felt less like a curse and more like a calling. The hunter-chemist order had begun. Days later, Risa returned to the training ground, her arm now free of bandages. She found Takeshi preparing a new batch of non-lethal venoms.
I told you I'd be your first trainee. I am ready. Start teaching me, and let the city see what you really are.
That afternoon, Takeshi and Risa went to the market square. A crowd gathered, their faces a mixture of curiosity and fear.
I won't ask for your trust. I'll earn it. Watch. This is the same venom that paralyzed guild hunters, but in a dose that can't harm.
He touched the target with a fingertip. A thin green vapor spread, leaving a harmless sheen. The wood went rigid as stone, yet could be touched without danger.
He's not a monster. I've seen him risk everything to expose the guild. I'd let him use that same venom on me any day.
Murmurs rippled. A few townspeople stepped closer, then more. The fear didn't vanish, but it wavered.
12 names. Each step they take toward me is a step they won't take toward another child.
By sundown, 5 more had signed up for training. The hunter-chemist order was no longer just Takeshi and a dream.
You are not alone anymore. We'll make sure Venom becomes a shield, and the 12 are never forgotten.
A week into training, the morning calm shattered. Crossbow bolts thudded into wooden targets. 3 hooded attackers stormed the yard, shouting oaths to Kuroda. One leveled a blade at Takeshi. "You destroyed our guild. We'll scatter your venomous bones." Takeshi's veins flickered green. Risa threw herself in front of a recruit. A bolt caught her shoulder. She crumpled, blood soaking the fabric of her tunic.
They hurt her. The black viper venom in my veins could kill them all in seconds. It would be so easy.
He raised his hand, dark green mist coiling. The attackers braced, but Takeshi's eyes flicked to Risa, and the mist lightened to pale green.
Not like them. I am not a weapon anymore. 12 voices remind me. I choose restraint.
The attackers seized mid-lunge, crashing to the ground, immobilized. Lethal venom still pulsed in Takeshi's veins, but he held it back.
You could have killed them, but you didn't. I knew you wouldn't.
The old guild tried to make me a monster. I won't let them succeed now. We're better than this.
Guards arrived, dragging the attackers away. The Hunter-Chemist Order had faced its first test, and Takeshi had proven that his venom could defend without destroying. 1 year later, the throne room of the Royal Association, filled with nobles, hunters, and common folk, Takeshi knelt before the magistrate in a silence earned through blood and truth.
Rise, Takeshi, first hunter-chemist of the kingdom, no longer the living collector, but a guardian. Your venom knowledge will be a shield for generations.
I accept this honor for the 12 children who never stood in a place like this. Their names were erased by the guild's cruelty, but today they are remembered. They dreamed of a life they never got. Our Hunter-Chemist Order will protect every child from being turned into a weapon. We will use venom to defend, never to destroy.
He's finally free. That weight he carried for a decade, it's lifting. The 12 are alive in every word he speaks.
And let the record show, Risa, once a recruit, now the first graduate of the Hunter-Chemist Order. Her courage sparked a movement.
Outside, the new training arena hummed with activity. Former skeptics now learned to coat blades with non-lethal venom, their children watching without fear.
The green fire in my veins is no longer a curse. It's a lantern for those who walk in the dark, a promise that no child will ever be alone.
The Hunter-Chemist Order swore to use venom only as a shield. And at its head stood Takeshi, a living testament that even the deepest poison could be turned to light. After the ceremony, Takeshi returned to the Royal Association with a sealed leather case. Inside lay the formula for the truth venom, written in his own hand.
Your Honor, this formula must never be misused. I entrust it to the Royal Association's vault. Only in extreme judicial need, and with full council approval, should it be used.
You would give up the most powerful weapon you created? This is a remarkable act of trust. I will have it sealed under triple guard.
The magistrate poured hot wax onto the case and pressed the royal seal. The golden truth venom was now a sleeping truth guarded by law.
I created it to expose evil. Now it must never be used lightly. My hands once forced to absorb venom. Now I choose what to release.
The Hunter-Chemist Order will be the official authority on venom regulation. You will oversee all ethical training and research. The kingdom trusts you, Takeshi.
I will not fail that trust. Venom will be studied openly, with safeguards. Never again in secret. Never again on children.
As the sealed truth venom was lowered into the vault, the cracking of the old guild's seal flashed in Takeshi's mind. A symbol of lies shattered, and a new trust forged. That night, Takeshi stood alone in the training yard. The daily venoms in his bloodstream were a quiet hum, no longer a scream. He was no longer a walking arsenal of vengeance.
The truth venom sleeps. The 12 sleep. But I am awake, and I will guard this new dawn.
At dawn, Takeshi walked alone to the edge of the capital, to a simple stone monument framed by pine trees. 12 names were carved into its face. He knelt and laid a white flower before the first name, then another. His fingers brushed each carved letter as the pile of blossoms grew.
I carry your pain in my veins, but today, I thank you for surviving through me.
The morning sun broke through the branches, warming the cold stone. He stayed kneeling, a guardian at rest.
You didn't die for nothing. Every trainee, every saved life is your legacy.
He placed his palm flat on the stone. A faint green glow pulsed once, then faded. A silent promise sealed.
I am the 13th child, but I will never forget the 12 who came before.
He stepped back, the weight in his chest, the hollowness that revenge left behind, was no longer a wound. It was a scar, and it had finally closed. In his mind, a child's face in an orphanage window faded. The boy who was taken in the night was free.
I am not a weapon anymore. I am a guardian, and I will carry your names into every dawn.
On a crisp autumn morning, a new crop of trainees filled the hunter-chemist training yard. Their nervous chatter filled the air as Takeshi walked among them. Among them stood a thin boy with unruly dark hair, clutching a worn satchel. He had no family, just like Takeshi once did.
What's your name?
Ren, I am from the orphanage on Sparrow Street. The words hung in the air. Takeshi's expression shifted, not with pain, but with recognition.
The same orphanage. The cycle could have claimed him next, but not anymore. This order exists, so no child is ever turned into a weapon again. We study Venom only to protect.
Ren listened, eyes wide. He had heard stories of the old guild and its monster collector. This man was nothing like those tales.
12 children. This boy could have been number 14, but now he's trainee number 31.
As the sun rose higher, Takeshi demonstrated a simple defense spray. Ren stepped forward eagerly, and Takeshi guided his hand with patient care.
The scar in my heart doesn't ache today. It reminds me to keep going.
Evening fell. Takeshi climbed the green hill and looked out over the kingdom. He stood motionless as the sun bled into the horizon, casting gold across the valley. Below, the capital's lights winked on one by one. A kingdom settling into night. Safe.
10 years of Venom. Not for revenge, but for this quiet overlooking everything.
His open hands glowed faint green, a steady pulse, no longer a warning. A green spark shimmered in his eye, steady as a distant star. He inhaled deeply. The air was clean. Behind him, a monument of 12 names. Ahead, only the endless horizon.
I am Takeshi, first hunter chemist, guardian.
The sun sank. He stood still, a silhouette against the orange sky, green light soft and resolute, and the boy forced to absorb 1,000 venoms became the man who turned poison into a shield. The end.